Good afternoon. Today I'm going to be reviewing this adjustable dumbbell set from Flybird Fitness. So I'll show you a little bit what that looks like right here, and I'll go into some stats, and I'll go into some usages, some pros and cons, etc., etc. So it's an adjustable dumbbell. It goes up to a total of 55 pounds, and you can adjust it in 11-pound increments. The dumbbell itself the weight is iron or steel, I'm not sure, it looks like iron. The handle is kind of a hard plastic, and then the base that it comes with is also a hard plastic. Base is very important because that's what unlocks it to be able to change the weight. And here we have the logo. So let me show you the dumbbell a little bit closer. This is 11 pounds, so when I'm here, none of the weights have been lifted and they sit in that base. Now if I set it to 55 pounds, you can see now it's got everything. And now I'll show you what this looks like. So this is the inside of that base. Everything sits in here. Oh, try not to smash my fingers. Really nicely. It's low profile, and the coolest thing I think about this dumbbell is that changing mechanism. So I'll show you this. Here we got the numbers, and what you do is you put it in the base, which unlocks the mechanism, and then all you do is just turn it, and you turn it to whatever weight you want. So right now it's at 11 pounds. I'm gonna turn it until it clicks. Now it's at 22 pounds. Now see, it's picked up a couple more plates. Put it back. Now it's at 33. Picked up a couple more plates. So really cool mechanism. It's very easy to adjust, very simple. You know exactly how much weight it is. You just put it down and it's a flick of the wrist, which can be very helpful for a ton of different exercises. And yep, 44, it's got 4. And then 55, it's got all of the weight. So very, very cool. So let's do a few exercises with the dumbbell to see how it performs. I have it at 33 pounds right now, so it's got 2 plates. So we can do some presses, some snatches, some cleans, jerk, right? You can switch arms. Do some curls, do some tricep, do some whatever, some leg work. I'm just messing around right now, but as you can see, dumbbell is solid, and I'm doing also, right, some dynamic exercises with it, which is one of those things that I wasn't sure how it performed with things with deceleration like snatches and cleans, because it's got a lot of moving parts, and this mechanism, as you can see, performs quite well. Main thing is don't drop them. Shouldn't be dropping them anyway, but I don't think the mechanism would hold up very well to drops. It even says on the base, do not drop. Again, you shouldn't be dropping this weight anyway. So performs very well. The grip I'll talk about in a little bit. I feel like the grip could be a little bit better designed, but I've been working out with these for the past week or so. This is a fantastic addition to a home gym setup just because it's very low profile, doesn't take up a lot of space. You have a good amount of weight that you can do a ton of exercises with, and very easy to use, very easy to change weight. You just have a couple of these bases in the corner of whatever your home gym space is, and there's a lot of training that you can do without leaving your house. Okay, really quick pros and cons of the Flybird dumbbell set. So pros, well built, very solid, low profile, easy piece of home gym. If you have, let's say your entire home gym consists of a set of dumbbells and a doorway pull-up bar, you're pretty set. You can pretty much do whatever you need. So really, really good to just have something that you can lift, especially right when the world got locked down. We saw how important it was to have a home gym setup. Adjustable dumbbell set is a very simple thing that you can do a ton of different drills and exercises with. Build is solid. My favorite part of these is that weight changing mechanism. This is probably the smoothest and the best mechanism I've seen for changing weight. It's just so convenient. You can go from 55 pounds to 11 pounds. Literally, I sound like a salesman, literally with the flick of a wrist. And it's so convenient, and especially like, let's say you're doing a bodybuilding style drop set, right? You do whatever, you do your weight, boom, boom, boom. You can put it down right away, you're changing the weight. So it's very, very simple and convenient, awesome mechanism. And I received these maybe a week or two ago, so I've been training with them for about a week. I've had a lot of good workouts with them. They've been holding up quite well. As far as negatives, so some of these are nitpicking, but nothing is 100%. So they do only go up to 55 pounds, which for most people I think will be plenty. For me, there's a lot that I can do with 55 pounds and lower, so I can stay interested for a while. And I know how to moderate the difficulty using leverage, using reps, different exercises. There are some exercises that I would like to have heavier dumbbells for, but not really a deal breaker. However, if you do like to lift really heavy, that is the limitation for these, is 55 pounds. So that may be a turnoff for some people. The weight increments as well. So you can only change the weight in increments of 11. That's fine with me. I'm not really one who worries about the numbers, but I know some people like their 2.5 pounds and their 5 pounds incremental adjustment to track their progress. You don't get that with the Flybird. So again, for me, it's not a deal breaker or a negative at all, but I can understand how for some people it might be a negative. The other thing, again, just nitpicking because I haven't had issues with it, but the grip, I feel like the design of the grip could be a little bit better. It's basically that same hard plastic as the base, which is not a bad material, but it's not the most grippy. So if it were a little bit more premium touch, I feel like a rubberized grip would be fantastic, just so you could hold on to it a little bit better. And the actual shape of the grip is also not the most comfortable. Once you've been lifting with them for a little bit, you get used to it pretty quick. But I wonder if having just a flat cylinder instead of thickening it in the middle would be better. But of course, you can play with the grip, and if you have the fat grips, you can always add them just to increase difficulty. One other thing, not really a negative, just something to get used to, because you do have moving parts. It's not just one solid block like a standard dumbbell. So when you're doing some exercises, you'll feel the weight shift around a little bit. Not a big deal, but you can hear it. It's not complete, it's locked in, but there are moving parts, so it's not one solid block, which means that when you do like a clean, for example, you can feel a little bit of weight shift within the dumbbell itself. Not a big deal, something to get used to. Personally, I like it because you have to stabilize a little bit more, and that actually makes it a little bit more difficult, because you have to account for that little bit of weight shift and rotational stabilization. Some people may not like it. Just understand that when you do have this kind of mechanism, it's not one solid block. There is a little bit of weight shift. And then last thing is just a question I have that I can't answer now because I've only had this piece of equipment for a couple weeks, is, I guess, what about wear on the mechanism? So how many cycles of change can this go through before the mechanism starts to wear down, because there are moving parts. Likewise, if I'm doing things like cleans and snatches that have acceleration and deceleration, does that also put additional wear on the mechanism? I don't know, I can't answer that, but it's a question I would have for the long-term durability of something like this, as opposed to something more simple where it would be just a dumbbell where it's a handle with weights and it's all one piece, and there's not really any way to break it because it's one piece. Just something to think about. It's just, again, thoughts I've had. I can't answer that. I don't know but I'm guessing they've done the quality control and they've put it through many, many cycles. But overall, very happy with these. Okay, final thoughts on the Flybird Fitness dumbbell set. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a really good addition to your home gym. There's a lot that you can do within that weight set. If you need something heavier, you can figure things out. With 55 pounds, there's a lot of stuff I can do that'll keep me interested. So final thoughts on the Flybird Fitness dumbbell. I think it's a fantastic piece of kit as far as your home gym goes. Don't take up a lot of space. You got two of these, you put them in your corner. You go lift when you want to lift, you put them back in your corner. Weight change mechanism, super convenient. Weight goes up to 55 pounds, which is not enough for everything that I would like to do, but it's plenty to keep me interested, and it's enough for a home gym setup where I don't have to go anywhere to be able to get a good training session in. The negatives are very minor for me. Like I said, when I went through the negatives, a lot of things are just nitpicking potential negatives for some people, but I am very happy with this product, and I'm definitely going to get a lot of good use out of it. So, in the spirit of transparency, I did receive this for free in order to review, so just have to be honest about that. If you are interested in equipping your home gym and buying yourself a set of dumbbells, I've added a link in the description below. If you use that link, I get a small kickback, which is always appreciated. If not, no worries. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Flybird Fitness adjustable dumbbells. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If there are any other products you would like me to review, feel free to let me know.